will ask a question is Mr. Rod Dingle. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome to Sydney po, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for meeting us.
Salamat.
I actually am here to represent the Philippine-Australian Movement for Empowerment. Our advocacy is very simple because Filipino habitation in Australia had been for like over 50 years.
Yes.
And at one stage, we only had one Filipino in government, local council. Last year, we now have 7. So we aim to push more Filipinos to run for public office.
Yes.
But anyway, my question is not about politics. My question is morely about the international impression that is being thrown out in the international community. Recently, the European Union had voiced concerns about things going on back in the Philippines. How can we, as international members of the international community, assure the international community that all is well in the Philippines?
Thank you, sir. Sir Ron. Yes. I think the best assurance and the best way we can assure our fellow citizens of the world, especially kayo po, your Filipinos living abroad, and they have more direct access to you, for example, here in Australia, than to us who live in the Philippines. I suppose the best way that you can reassure them, either that things are well or that we are constantly trying to improve our situation. We never give up that hope and that dedication to continually improve our situation as a people, is first of all just to show them, and I'm sure your own daily lives are a witness to that we, just like any other people, we value common human values of the worth and the dignity of every person, mutual respect for each other, the effort to continually address not just political but also economic and social needs and problems of Filipinos wherever we are and in whatever country we make our new home. And I'm sure it's very evident to them gaano tayo kasipag at kataas ang work ethic, how we contribute not just continually to the economy back home, but to our second homes, our new countries, by our very high work ethic and the productivity that we contribute to whatever sector or industry we place ourselves in those countries. I know also that one way that the international community keeps picking up signals from us that we are continually working on our problems is, for example, just the high and sustained volunteerism, bayanihan, that we always show every ordinary day and even under the worst circumstances like after Yolanda or Haiyan, that we showed how no matter how challenging changing conditions are in the whole planet, ang mga Pinoy, when the need is even greater, we really band together to help each other. So these are just some of the ways I think that we can reassure or we can tell other peoples that regardless of our political, economic, and social challenges, that we never let go of trying to find the best possible solutions. And even when the conversation becomes difficult, that we're always trying to debate with each other if we need to, in a mutually respectful manner. So I don't think they can do any better than that. And if we can do that, or we can do that more and more as time goes by, then they will realize again, as they have realized in the past, that we are people just like them.
Thank you. We also have
as a follow-up to that.
okay, yes, yeah, just please.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Dolhati. With all due respect, Senator, I don't believe that the question was answered adequately, because we all know that we are already doing that. Okay, all the Filipinos are already doing that, the bayanihan, the volunteerism, and we're trying our best here in the international community to show what Filipinos are like and how hardworking we are and how excellent we are as a people. But no matter how hard we do that, there are people, especially from your party, in fact, yourself.
I'm Akbayan.
Well, yes, from your party,
Okay.
and the Liberal Party. But
Our coalition.
not long ago, very recently, in fact, you were demanding that the president allow the UN to come into the Philippines and investigate. Where is the honor in that? How can we be honorable when we malign our own community, our own people, and in suggesting that there are crimes going on done by the government against its own people? Parang hindi fair na kami nagpapakahirap na baguhin ang imahe ng mga Pilipino at ng Pilipinas sa international community, and yet paulit-ulit na naririnig namin sa inyong mga politicians na dinadown nyo ang sarili nyong bansa. Naapektuhan kami, naapektuhan ng OFWs. We are around the world and we all have to put up with that, and we all have to we're at the forefront, in other words. Nasa frontier kami, nasa harapan kami yung nasa trenches na humaharap sa mga foreigners na nakikita kung anong sinasabi ng mga katulad ninyo na senator, you hold office, okay? So people will listen to you, whether we like it or not. So paano namin mababago ang imahe kung paulit-ulit na sinisira ng kapwa naming Pilipino?
Okay, salamat, Ms. Liwalhati. Kung basahin niyo po ulit yung statement ko, hindi ako nag-demand kay Presidente, nag-urge. And it was in response dun sa comment kay Vice President Lenny na misled ang UN or ibang international observers, lalo na mula sa perspective ng human rights. Well, that is arguable. Yun yung isang pinagdidiskursohan natin these days. Well, let's just agree to disagree. I can respect your opinion about that. So, ang salita, which I chose very deliberately because was to urge the government. And those dead kababayan of ours, they are by the Philippine National Police's own statistics. More than half of them recorded as killed during police anti-drug operations.
That's not what the stats say, though.
Yes, that's what the Philippine National Police statistics show. And about 3/5 of the stats at any one time from the PNP, deaths due to police anti-drug operations, and about 2/5 of those what they call DUI, deaths under investigation, including those attributed to vigilante groups. So as citizens, and I know because I'm a PNP widow, as citizens, even those deaths under investigation because attributed to vigilante groups who take advantage of government's war on drugs to commit their killings and to sneak them under the cover of the anti-drug war. Even those deaths under investigation, which is what the PNP also calls them, people look to the PNP at least to investigate so that the families left behind, the survivors, can seek justice if they believe that their family member was wrongfully killed. So when the comment was these international groups were misled, which is arguable, therefore I said then if that is what government believes, then I urge them to invite those groups to conduct their investigation. Anyway, those groups cannot come in unless invited by government.
They've got that.
Well, so that was the spirit of my statement urging the government. And it is, with all due respect also, it's not paninira. It's an attempt as a legislator, we are a separate and co-equal branch of government, to call the attention of the executive or at times of the judiciary to when we think that the executive is not implementing a law properly or the judiciary is misinterpreting it on constitutional grounds. And the other branches do that to us also. The judiciary checks us other two, the executive checks us other two, and so on and so forth. And so, as a member of a separate and co-equal branch of government, when I see something that may need correction or a gap that may need filling, it's my duty. It's my work for which I was elected to work in the Senate. It's my mandate, meaning it's an order to me from the voters that I should point it out. And I'd like to say that I really take pains that when I point something out, and don't leave it at that, I try to study the issue further and propose an alternative. That's why there are also, as I was discussing with Sir Rado earlier, there are some proposals I'm making in terms of how to more effectively and cost efficiently address our problem with illegal drugs, how to support the PNP in its security sector reforms process. So that's what I can say, that I'm trying to do my job as a legislator and as a Filipino.
Did you call for the talk hunt to stop?
Oh yes, I did. It was during
Maybe, well, Hati, there are others raising their hands.
Hi guys, ako po si Tinging Pinoy, ang labanderang nasa labahan. Siya po ang aking minamahal na sidekick.